Hello. This video is basically going to be me updating everybody on where I've been and what I've been up to. Um, well, as most of you know that have been watching my videos, I've been going through a relapse for the last 7 months. So since March, I had a relapse and it just kept going. I mean, I think it went for about 2 months, and then I went into remission for another month, and then all of a sudden I fucking relapsed all over again. So one hit me right after another, and that's very rare for it to happen, but it does happen to people with primary progressive multiple sclerosis. Alright, now because I just totally skipped the whole relapse remission thing, I'm adding this in. Yeah, I went into a relapse 7 months ago, and at the beginning of this month I finally went through my remission. I actually went through 2 relapses within the last 7 months. One hit right after the other, and one lasted 2 months and the other one lasted freaking 5. So, well, alright, maybe 4. So 6 months of relapse, and then the last month I've been in the remission. I do have new symptoms. I now shut down and have sensory overloads. Explained later in the video. I also have a really interesting pain that ends up in my collarbone, shoots to my shoulder and down to my elbow and through my arm. It's like somebody's got a needle. I'm gonna call it a needle worm, because it starts here and it crawls through my arm to my elbow and down my arm, not into my hand but down my arm and then back up and then it either resides in my shoulder after doing that or in my collarbone, where it's constantly it's there, and it's like a tiny shock kind of thing's going on, but it's not painful. It's just kind of irritating, this feeling. And then all of a sudden it just electrical shock, out of nowhere, just and then it's gone, and then it comes back, and then it shoots to my shoulder and then back to my fucking collarbone, and it's horrible. It is the most horrible pain I've had in a long time. Also, the burning in my back is back. The gabapentin has kind of stopped helping that, even though I'm taking more of it because of the burning coming back and the lumbar pain I've been in. It doesn't help with the lumbar pain though. I don't know why. It's a neurological pain, and that stuff isn't helping with that. It helps with the burning. It hasn't gotten rid of it, and the burning has gotten worse, but it's not helping with the lumbar like the doctors think it does. So I'm still waiting to see my doctor about my lumbar. They haven't gotten back to me about it. I seen my primary. He looked at my freaking MRI of my lumbar, and all he said was that my arthritis didn't progress. Well, I think that's a lie. I also think it's a lie that my scoliosis hasn't gotten any worse, and that the myelin casing to my nerves hasn't gotten any worse. Of course, he didn't mention any of that because he just said my spine looks fine. The arthritis hasn't progressed. And then I asked about the mylar, or the spine compression issue I'm having, and also about the swollen or slip disc or something like that, and he just kind of trailed off. So that was really irritating. That, and I can't find the card to my freaking new neurologist. So I don't know how the hell to get a hold of him, because I've actually been kind of lazy and just haven't been looking it up. I could look it up online. I just been lazy. That's the truth. That, and I lost a card. I'm sure there's one downstairs or some shit, and a stack of cards like that thick. I'm sure there's one in there, but it's probably been mixed because we've been through them cards a dozen or more times since I've seen my neurologist. But that's kind of what happened with the relapse and the remission. I'm getting around better. I'm walking better. Um, the pains in my back still got me all hunched over and walk with my knees bent, but you know, um, I seem to be getting around a little better. My legs aren't so spastic. They are swelling up. My feet, my ankles, and my calves do get really fat sometimes. I'm not sure if that's because my body's coming off of the Botox, because I do see her within the next month, I believe. Yeah, I think next month I might see her for another dose of the Botox, so that'll be interesting. I actually might I might film that again for you guys. I just might, because it's an interesting video to see it done. You know what I mean? I can't really film the ones in my calves because I'm gonna be on my stomach, because that's how they do it now. So I might have to have the nurse film it for me, which would be fine as long as she would do it. I know my my doctor doesn't want to be on camera. She's very camera shy, even though she is an attractive woman, so I don't see why. But you know, I guess being at work and not having makeup on her and stuff like that, you know, women are a little self-conscious. This is going to be kind of a long video. I apologize. I know the algorithm to YouTube is 20 minutes or so. This is probably going to end up being about a half hour, maybe 40 minutes or so. But yeah, it explains where I've been, what's been going on, how I've been doing, all that stuff. Plus I talk about some other shit. I filmed this part after the video because when I was watching it I realized that I didn't film this. So new symptoms are the needleworm type thing in my shoulder and arm, the increased burning in my back that the gabapentin is no longer really dealing with the way I would like it to. What else? The episodes where I completely lose all function in my head. That'll be explained in more detail later on in the video if you want to keep watching to find out what that is, because if any of you have ever had that issue, let me know in the comments, please, because it's very, very terrifying. And me and my girlfriend have both kind of had this go on. She hasn't become blind or anything like that, but she's completely shut down. Like, yeah, she has that whole not there but there kind of thing going. Like, you are just completely out of it. Like, your brain's just been taken right out of your brain, just sucked out with a vacuum, just gone. You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe it's just me and her. maybe we're just a pair of two broken pieces. Yeah, we'll fit together though. It's alright. We'll hold each other up. Like shit. Yeah. If anybody's had that issue, let me know. And I know there. The swelling of my ankles and stuff is another symptom that's been happening a lot more now. I don't know if it's because I'm coming off the Botox or if it's something new, but it's been happening for the last like 2 months now, 3 months. And no, I just got that Botox 3 months ago, so it can't be the Botox. It must be a new symptom from the relapse. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have Bolts' feet for a while. Oh, that's not cool. Not cool. At least the relapse is over, and I'm in remission now. I'm coming down, getting somewhat back to fucking. Yeah, no, nowhere near better, but I'm not as bad, so I guess I can call that a plus, right? That's a win, at least for somebody with MS. Alright, I've ranted enough here. Let's continue on with the video. I've also been talking to a wonderful woman for the last couple of months, or well, I don't know if it's been a couple of months. I have no concept of time really. It might only be a month or a couple weeks, but no, I think it's longer than a couple weeks. But yeah, I've been talking to a really great woman. She's from Canada, where we've started a long distance relationship. Hopefully this COVID fucking thing ends soon, so the borders will lift, so we can come back and forth to see each other. Yeah, she's really amazing. She's a very, very strong woman. She also has MS. We met on a MS health line. She had questions about Acrobus because she's going to be starting it, and she had a couple of other questions about symptoms, and the doctors think she may have remissive MS, but me and her both think that she has chronic progressive because she hasn't gone into a relapse or a remission, and she's been in a relapse for quite a while now. She's come up with some really interesting symptoms. She also has hypertension, so she's not sure if the new symptoms that she's got right now is part of the hypertension or if it's the hypertension messing with the MS, because it's kind of like a thing that happened to me when I completely blacked out. I don't know if I told everybody about that yet in the video, but I've had two separate, well, I've had a few of them, but two major episodes where my senses just became way too overloaded. The first severe time was when me and my family were out just having a bonfire in my backyard. A bunch of smoke came wafting around the corner into my face and just completely fucking covered me. It's my girl messaging me right now. But yeah, the smoke completely engulfed me and shit. It took all my oxygen away. I couldn't breathe. I just completely shut down. Everything stopped. My vision stopped. My fucking hearing stopped. I couldn't function. I couldn't speak. I couldn't think. Like, nothing was working right. Everything just went haywire. Like, I have no idea what the fuck was going on. I was completely lost and just spaced out. My mom noticed and asked me what's going on. All I could say is I don't know. And the last thing I remember is her asking me if I wanted to lay down on the grass or something. And that was it. I don't think I laid down, but I know I got kind of stupid, I guess. I was saying really bad things to people. And my mom made a video of the yard since we cut a piece of tree down to burn, and we were burning leaves. That's where all the smoke came from. But she was recording the pile of leaves in the yard, and I guess I was telling her that she's vulgar and a horrible person, and I was telling everybody else they're horrible people and shit because nobody's paying attention to how fucked up I am. And I don't remember any of that. I really don't. I don't remember any of it. Like, last thing I remember before getting, like, I don't know. The last thing I remember before all that happened is, oh, see, now my memory's gone. Damn it. I hate this. Like, my memory has gotten so horrible lately. Like, it really has. No, the last thing I remember is my mom asked me if I wanted to lay on the grass. And that was it. I guess I didn't lay on the grass. I just stayed in the chair all hunched over, like I can't move. I can't do anything. I guess I just telling everybody how fucked up I felt. And since nobody was really, like, worried, I guess, because it didn't seem like anybody was too awful, like, concerned. But I know they probably were, they just couldn't do anything for me. You know? I mean, what do you do? When somebody has one of them moments, you have no idea what to do. Like, I can still breathe. I can still, like, somewhat conscious, but blacked out kind of conscious, you know? Like, when you drink and you do shit when you don't remember when you do shit. That's kind of what it was like. That was like the worst. That was the worst episode I ever had. I've had episodes before where I've just become completely, like, lucid and didn't know anything about what was going on and I couldn't remember things. But I've never had everything hit me at once, like no hearing, no sight, no vision, no smell, no nothing. Like, it just, one after another, just came in so quick. Like, it completely wrecked me. The second time, fucking, what was it? I was talking to my girlfriend, and I was eating some chocolate, and a little itty bitty little piece, just a itty bitty little piece of freaking chocolate slid down my throat without being melted, and it shut me down. that I couldn't breathe, I couldn't see, couldn't speak, couldn't hear. Like nothing worked for about fucking 30 seconds. Like I had no function in my head whatsoever. Like I couldn't see, I couldn't think, I couldn't smell, I couldn't talk, I couldn't hear. Everything just blacked the fuck out. Everything shut down. It was absolutely terrifying. Thankfully I was talking to my girl and she was like constantly talking to me to make sure I was okay. It kind of got me to snap back to reality the same way I do for her when she gets into her little episodes that she's starting to get now, that are very, very terrifying, because she completely shuts down. She doesn't respond. I gotta yell at her kind of loud just to get anything out of her, and that really scares me. But thankfully her doctors are getting some medications and stuff to her, so hopefully that'll help. She's also fighting very hard to get on Ocrevus, because it's one of the only things that is going to help her, because it slows the symptoms down. It kind of puts a halt on them, and they don't progress as roughly. Now, I'm actually going through some stuff with my Ocrevus, because according to my insurance, I've had my maximum for this year, because somehow they screwed up. They fucked up somewhere along the line, and somehow I ended up with 3 Ocrevus infusions this year. So it doesn't really make sense. I don't know how they screwed up, but I got one on January 3rd because they screwed up with the last one before that, and now I got one on January, February, March, April, May, June, July. Yeah, I got one on July 3rd, and now I got one for December 30th. Yeah, December 30th. So that's 3 in a year, and they said I had my max, but insurance has to cover it because they're the ones that screwed up. They're the ones that missed out on an infusion and then set it for the beginning of the year, and one for the middle of the year, and I own for the end of the year. So if I don't get my 3rd infusion this year, I'm gonna be kind of screwed for fucking 6 months. Coming off the Ocrevus is not a good thing. The side effects from coming down off of the Ocrevus are worse than the side effects you get from getting the Ocrevus. Same way with some of the other drugs I take, the Empira and Baclofen. Coming off of those 2 drugs is way worse than actually just being on them. Together they work really well for me. They help me get around and walk. But if I stop taking the Empira, the side effects that occur from not taking it are worse than the side effects that might occur from taking the medication. So I would have to wean myself off it slowly. That's kind of how the Baclofen is too. Just getting off of it right away is bad news. Like, you get bad side effects. Like, you're gonna get sick and you're gonna get fucking chills and everything, because I don't know, it affects your neurological system. So yeah, those 2 drugs are really hard to come off of. They supposed to help with pain too, but they don't. So I don't know, I think it's just because they're neurological that it's hard to come off of, because your body they grow used to it, because you have to take them for a certain amount of time for your body to adapt to them, and then your body's used to it, so it kind of needs that to get that whole, I don't know, the healing effect from it, all the positives. So yeah, try not to come off those. I completely lost track of where I was. I really did. I've been smoking Delta 8 lately. It's a cartridge. It's CBD, THC. It's got all the medical effects of CBD, but you still get the I'm smoking real weed high from it. And they have different kinds. They have an indica, which is basically a sedative, like, you know, it makes you feel lazy and tired and hungry and sleepy and all that. They also have a sativa, which is basically a stimulant. It makes you have energy, makes you want to do things, makes you active. You know what I mean? Yes, weed can't do that. Weed has a psychiatric kind of effect to it because it has multiple levels. You know, they also have a hybrid where it has a little bit of both. You know, though it depends on your mood and how you feel. So that's more or less like how actual weed is, or marijuana, Mary Jane, smoke, wacky tobacco, whatever you want to call it. You know, that's actually how weed is and shit. It's a psychoactive drug, so depending on how you feel, is how you're gonna feel. You know, if you're all paranoid, you're gonna be paranoid. If you're angry, you're probably gonna calm down a little bit, but you're still gonna be peeved, perturbed, a little pissed, but you're not gonna be as bad. And if you're all happy, giggly, happy, smiley, whatever, you are gonna be you're gonna be a trip. People probably gonna be mad at you because you're gonna be smiling and laughing so much, which basically is either how I am or just lay back lazy. Sometimes I might get a little active and draw something or something like that, but I haven't drawn in a while because my hand's jacked, my wrist is jacked. Yeah, I can't feel my fingertips. So I haven't done any of that. Yeah, basically I've just been talking to my girl. Also trying to find a good dentist that's not gonna wreck my mouth like the last one did, because I don't want to get stabbed 12 times again. Yeah, 12 freaking times in the mouth just to get 2 teeth out on both sides. It was horrible. They also did a root canal and a cleaning to my teeth, which gave me a gap in my teeth, which I do not like. It really made me mad because I never had a gap before. They also did a root canal, which I didn't expect, and still, even with my face all swelled up from being stabbed and numbed, I still felt. Yeah, that's where they pull a nerve from your freaking gums and they snip it. They cut the nerve, and they cut that little piece of flesh up there that connects to your freaking teeth. Yeah, they freaking cut that too on me. Like that. I think that's what hurt so bad. Cause my whole lip swelled, like it was like out. It was like a fucking inch or something thick. It was bad. It was really bad. So I've been trying to find a decent dentist. I've also been trying to find a chiropractor because my back is jacked up and medications ain't helping with it. And if they can straighten something out because of the scoliosis I got, and they can help the multiple sclerosis by straightening the spine a little bit to make it less, make me less hunched over, because obviously I'm hunched over quite a bit because my back hurts so bad. So hopefully they can help with that as well. My girl tells me they work wonders. She said she went to one for a couple years or something like that, and it really helps with the pain and everything in the back, because I really need something to straighten my back. When I get a massage or something, it feels so fucking good. I just wish they could straighten my back out. And the chiropractor can look at my back and figure out what's really wrong with it, because I've been having issues with my back since I was like fucking, I don't know, 18, when I started really doing manual labor jobs, roofing, siding, drywall, building on fucking houses and shit, and lifting big ass boxes and pushing heavy ass barrels and standing for hours and hours and hours on end, working 12-hour shifts and just busting my ass to survive in this freaking world, because it's not easy. And it's been really hard since this COVID thing hit, because I can't work and everything's gotten so much more expensive. Although it seems gas has been pretty cheap here in Wisconsin. Don't get that. But I'm glad people aren't doing anything stupid like buying gobs of toilet paper or water or food anymore. Like, people are actually coming down with that crap. Although we do have this stupid Black Lives Matter thing fucking taking over the whole country, and that's starting to piss me off because there are very few people that are trying to do right thing, and there are a lot of people that are just there to riot and mob and steal and burn houses and just do the most ignorant things. Like, I know black people are trying to like get the word out that things are bad with the police for them, but a lot of these people out there are just they're harming the cause, man. I mean, they're setting you back. I mean, seriously. I mean, you don't want to be stereotyped that way, but yet these people are fucking things up for you. I'm sorry to say, they really are. That's just my opinion, though. You know, they're screwing things up for you. I mean, I know I watched one guy. He marched all the way from Wisconsin to frickin' the White House to Dallas, DC, not Dallas, to DC. Marched from Wisconsin to DC. That guy I can get behind. All these people out there mobbing and robbing and burning and just trying to make white people feel horrible for something that we now have nothing to do with. Nothing. Not one thing. You can't blame me for something that happened 100 and some years ago that I have nothing to do with. You want to dig up my great-great-grandpappy? Yell at him. You know, maybe he had something to do with it. Although maybe he was one of the people that helped free the slaves too. Who knows? You can't blame one white person for what another did. You know? You can't label us all the same. And yes, I am aware that this video is all over the place. That could be because I'm a little high. That might be because I'm just all over. There's been a lot going on these last 7 months, so you know, there's a lot to put out there. This is really good stuff, by the way. The person I got this one from, though, it's kind of watery, so I think I got the generic fucking shit. So I'm not really too happy about it because it's only lasted me 4 days, and the original shit I got from the shop lasted me a good week. A lot thicker, burns a lot slower, burns a lot thicker too. I mean, this will probably be gone by either today or tomorrow. But for real, the Delta 8 helps. Weed helps. Marijuana helps with freaking MS. Seriously. I've been wanting to make a video about that for a while. I've been smoking this stuff for the last like month now, and it's seriously helping. It helps with the pain and the spasticity, and it helps with the depression and the anxiety and all of that. I mean, seriously, it does. If you got a problem with insomnia, hunger issues, freaking depression, anxiety, pain, you know, I mean, it's not a cure-all for the pain, but it does help dull it, because it is a neuroactive drug. It messes with the nervous system and everything. Not to mention, THC, not CBD, THC kills cancer. Literally starves cancer cells to death. So, you know, there's another big time plus to smoking the Delta 8. It has the effects of the THC and CBD combined. Now, it's not just the THC that kills. Alright, I didn't ask for you, Siri. Go away. Go away.
Okay.
She's just been coming on randomly. That's been awesome. I don't like that. No, but the THC and CBD combined, it's not just the THC. The CBD THC combined, it kills cancer. It starves it to death. Like, I don't know why the government hasn't told people this yet, because it is a guaranteed freaking fact that weed kills cancer. It starves the cancer cells. You got cancer? You want somebody with it? Get them some smoke. Get them the Delta 8. Get them some regular stuff on the streets. Just get them some weed, man. Seriously, doctors have told me that I should be smoking weed for the longest. They told me how much it benefits people with multiple sclerosis. Like, it really, really helps. All my freaking neurologists tell me that they wish they could prescribe it to me, but it's not legal here in Wisconsin yet. When it becomes legal in Wisconsin, ask about it. Government, the insurance will cover it. It'll be perfectly legal. It'll be just like the shit you get off the street, only it'll have a hell of a lot more medical benefits to it. You know what I mean? Because they give it to people all over the fucking planet for medical reasons. They have CBD oils that help with what are they, seizures and everything. You know, if your child has seizures, get some CBD oil, rub it on the bottom of their feet, and within freaking a few minutes, not long at all, the oil will soak into the body and it will calm the seizure. It really, really helps. I don't know how many videos I have seen of parents doing this and then tearing up afterwards because it worked so well. So well. There was a girl in one video that constantly hit herself when she was having episodes. You know, when she was having a moment. And they gave her a little CBD oil in the bottom of the tongue, and they let it fucking do its thing, and within 5 minutes she was calmed down, back to smiling and happy and doing her thing. You know? I mean, it's seriously a plus. You really need to start using this stuff, people. You really do. The CBD oil is good for that. The Delta 8, or you know, the THC cartridges or flower is good for everything else, plus cancer and seizures. You know, they have the candies, they have the oils, they have freaking the smoke, the flower, the cartridge. They have it all. You just gotta find the proper place. And I'm telling you, the Delta 8 is the way to go. They also have a Delta 9 and Delta 10. The Delta 9 and 10 are more or less like real weed compressed down. The other stuff is a cannabinoid flower. So it is cannabis, but it's a different cannabinoid plant. It still produces the flower, it produces all the THC and all that stuff. It's different. It's more or less like hemp, and it's refined to a point where it does what it's supposed to do. You know, all the medical effects, plus you get this I'm smoking high. You know, I mean, obviously, look at me. I mean, as you can see, I'm pretty sure my eyes have gotten lower and lower while smoking in this video, because I've only hit it a few times yet today, and I'm feeling fucking lovely. I do apologize for the swearing and the smoking in the video, but it's just real life. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna script my stuff, so it's all goody. I know YouTube may not care for it that much, but you know, freedom of speech. I have the right to put what I want to on my videos, in my videos. If I say something offensive or something like that, please let me know in the comments. You know what I mean? That's all you gotta do. I'll try to not make it so. I'll try not to cuss so much if people don't like it. I think I've ranted for long enough here. Remember, Delta 8 smoke, it's good for you. It's good for MS. I hope everybody takes it easy during this COVID thing. Everybody's being safe. I know Canada's going through a second wave, and I think we might be going on like a third or something like that, because people have gotten really dumb and have stopped wearing masks and just going out and stuff like that. Nobody's really doing what they should anymore about this freaking COVID stuff. It's just spreading all over the place. So I think we're going through like a third wave or something like that, because I know we went through one and we went through two because it was bad down here again, and then I think this is like 3 or 4. That's all I know. Like, we're on like the 3rd, 4th wave. But I hope everybody's safe. I hope you're all keeping active, and yeah, If you haven't already, please do like the video, subscribe if you want to know when my next video comes out. Comment down in the comments if you want to see me do something, if you have any kind of information that you want to put out for people, or if you just want to, I don't know, tell me how bad the video is, how good the video is, what you liked about it, what you didn't like about it, what I could do better. Let me know. I'm always looking for information, always looking for help with these videos, because I am new at it. I don't have a lot of equipment or anything like that, but I'm trying. So, like I said, if you haven't already, please do like the video, subscribe, hit the bell if you want to be notified when my next video comes out. And remember, never quit, never back down. Be the wolf, and have a happy Halloween.